Hello there, Sagittarius. Thank you for stopping by for your weekly tarot forecast for the week of March 23rd through the 29th. I am using the Russian Tarot of St. Petersburg once again. And so on Monday, Sagittarius, you have a really awesome card. You have the Three of Coins. Three of Coins talks about creativity and celebration. So I'm feeling like you're going to have some fun, doing some things that you want to do, kind of the way that you want to do them. And for those of you who are doing some creativity at work, if your work is normally creative or you've been working on a creative project at work, I feel like your work is going to be actually celebrated on Monday. For others of you, this is just something that you're doing in your off time, but it's something that you really enjoy. And I still see celebration as coming into this experience. So not quite sure exactly how that would play in, but there it is. There you've got it, Sagittarius for Monday. Now Tuesday, Nine of Coins. I like this card for you guys. For anybody, I like this card, but this is a nice card, Sagittarius. This just means that you're kind of looking around at your life on Tuesday and your lifestyle, and you're thinking, I'm not doing bad. Doing pretty good, actually. Kind of satisfied with where I am for right now. Not saying that you don't have goals or plans or things that you want to move toward, but saying that on Tuesday you're just really looking at where you are right now and going, this is pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so Wednesday we have a big card coming in. We have the Transformation card. Yes, I know it's labeled Death. I don't know why the card makers do that. All it does is it freaks the clients out. But this is the Transformation card, and this is just telling me that on Wednesday you're going through some major changes. Now, when this card comes up, this tells me that these are core value changes. So, Amista, what are core values? Guess what? Core values are those values that we picked up before we were old enough to know better. These are the values that we picked up when we were toddlers or younger, just watching our parents, seeing how they interacted with the world, and kind of growing from that, understanding from that, picking up those informations like a sponge. Now, sometimes that information was really good and really helpful, and we can keep that information and use it the rest of our life and pass it on to our kids. Sometimes that information is not so helpful. It doesn't really work for our parents, but we don't notice that. And it doesn't really work for us. And so finally, it looks like on Wednesday you're getting to the point where you're noticing some of those core values that really aren't working for you. And you're starting to look at, okay, so what would work for me? And you're starting to replace some of those core values that don't work with some that do work instead. So these are huge changes. When we're talking about core values, we're talking about changes that may impact how you interact with your work, how you may interact with the people that you work with, and how you may interact with your loved ones. So these are huge changes, and the beauty of this is that once you make these changes, it tends to make your life happier and more productive. So yay for you on Wednesday. Now, Thursday, what we have coming in is we have the Emperor in reverse. I'm feeling like for most of you Sagittarius, this is a person showing up in your life on Thursday, very grumpy, not very supportive, kind of sarcastic, cutting, lots of demands, not so many attaboys. This type of person. This is the type of person when they show up at the workplace, everybody kind of cringes and they kind of basically try to hide and stay out of the way. And when they walk out, everybody's like, oh, thank God, we can return back to normal life. If you're unlucky enough to have this person in your home, this is somebody who really can do a lot of damage as far as self-esteem goes to everybody in the family. So for those of you who are interacting with this person on Thursday, I am sorry. Yeah, this guy, not a very nice guy. So just kind of have your safety hats on whenever you come in touch with this guy. And I am feeling like for some of you, about 30% of you, this is not the normal character for this person. This is kind of unusual that he shows up in this way. So for those of you that applies, and this is just a temporary situation. Thank goodness, right? Okay, so moving on to Friday, we have the Nine of Clubs. And the Nine of Clubs really talks about a project that you've been working on that has really fulfilled its purpose. It's come to its fruition. It has done what you set out to have this project do. And so now on Friday, you're just tying up the loose ends and getting ready to put it all away, box it up, and save it away for next year or next cycle or whatever it is. So, and it does feel to me like most of these projects that you're tying up loose ends on are cyclical, so they do come back around every so often on a regular schedule. And so some of this stuff is literally getting boxed up and put away until next time. For some of you, this is not such a literal thing, but it is a project definitely ending that you're tying up loose ends on Friday. Now, Saturday, we have the Eight of Clubs in reverse. This just means things are slowing down around you, Sagittarius. For most of you, that's what it means. And then for 20% of you, the other thing that this can mean, and I'm feeling like for about 20% of you, this is where it's actually hitting, is you have somebody that you care about greatly that all of a sudden you see a side of them that you have never seen before on Saturday. And when you see this side of them, it kind of takes your opinion of them or your respect for them down a notch or two whenever you see this. So sad news there whenever that happens. But the slowdown part, you know, if you happen to be one of the 80% that's getting the slowdown, on a Saturday to have a slowdown, that's kind of nice. Gives you a chance to breathe, kind of do something recreational. So that's a good thing. That's a good card. Now then, on Sunday, what we have coming up is we have the Three of Cups in reverse. Three of Cups in reverse. This can have a couple of different meanings. And one of the meanings I really don't like to talk about a lot, but it's coming through this time, so I'm going to have to. And then the other meaning is that you can have some time together with friends on Sunday that just doesn't work out as well as you thought it would. So that's the first meaning, and that's what I'm getting for the majority of you, is that you have time together with friends that just doesn't work out as well as you thought. The other meaning that comes up here, I hate to even say this, the other meaning that comes up here, though, is that it's a possibility that you're being cheated on, and you may find out about this on Sunday. So now this is just a very small minority of people that I feel like this card is coming through for in that way. I don't feel like that's the situation for most of you. So please don't anybody get in a snit about it unless it actually happens to you. Have the mindset of that doesn't apply to me until it does. And it may not. You know, 80% of you, 85% of you maybe even, it's not going to apply to. So please don't go around expecting this, okay? Because you don't want to start activating law of attraction into expecting somebody to cheat on you. So don't go around expecting it, okay? Just, I would say, if you're going to expect anything, just expect that, you know, time with friends may not be as smooth as what you would hope for it to be on Sunday. So Sagittarius, that is your week. For those of you who would like to schedule a private session with me, feel free to check out my website. I'm at amista.info, amista.info. And once you've poked around there a little bit, if you still feel like I'm the best person for you to work with, then feel free to contact me and we will schedule a session for you as quickly as possible. And for the rest of you, I will see you all next week. Everyone have a great week. Peace out.